Michael had always been a man of boundless energy and creativity. As a graphic designer, he found joy in turning ideas into visual masterpieces, spending hours perfecting every detail. He loved his life, his quiet home shared with his wife Emma, and their spirited 8-year-old son Max. Together, they enjoyed peaceful evenings on the porch, hiking in the nearby woods, and sharing bedtime stories. Michael's world was filled with beauty and sound, but all of that changed one fateful morning. Michael had always been a man of boundless energy and creativity. As a graphic designer, he found joy in turning ideas into visual masterpieces, spending hours perfecting every detail. He loved his life, his quiet home shared with his wife Emma, and their spirited 8-year-old son Max. Together, they enjoyed peaceful evenings on the porch, hiking in the nearby woods, and sharing bedtime stories. Michael's world was filled with beauty and sound, but all of that changed one fateful morning. It started as a barely perceptible ringing in his ears. At first he thought it was the hum of a distant appliance or perhaps the aftermath of attending a noisy neighborhood barbecue. "It'll pass," he told himself. But as days turned into weeks, the sound didn't fade, it grew louder. The soft buzz transformed into a relentless, high-pitched whine that seemed to follow him everywhere. Michael's first instinct was to ignore it. He threw himself into his work, hoping the distraction would drown out the noise. But the ringing was unyielding, intruding into every quiet moment. Soon, it began to affect his focus. The intricate designs he once created with ease became an uphill battle. He started missing deadlines, something that had never happened before. At home, the impact was even more devastating. The peaceful evenings he cherished turned into a test of endurance. He couldn't concentrate on conversations with Emma. Her voice was often drowned out by the incessant noise in his head. Playing with Max became a struggle, the laughter of his son competing with the tormenting whine. Nights were the worst. As the world quieted down, the ringing became deafening, leaving Michael staring at the ceiling, desperate for sleep. Concerned, Emma urged him to see a doctor. Michael went through a battery of tests, hoping for a clear diagnosis and a simple solution. The verdict was crushing. Tinnitus. "There's no cure," the specialist said, "but there are ways to manage it." Michael was handed a list of options: white noise machines, cognitive therapy, and mindfulness exercises. None of them worked. As the months dragged on, Michael spiraled into despair. The constant noise was more than a physical affliction. It was an emotional burden that weighed heavily on him. He became irritable and withdrawn, snapping at Emma and avoiding Max's playful antics. His once thriving career began to crumble, as his inability to focus cost him clients. He felt like a failure as a father, a husband, and a professional. Late one night, unable to sleep, Michael turned to the internet, searching for anything that could offer relief. He found forums filled with people sharing their struggles with tinnitus. For the first time, he felt less alone, but among the shared experiences of frustration and hopelessness, one name stood out: Quietum Plus. Users spoke of it with reverence, describing it as a game changer. "It gave me my life back," one post read. Skeptical but intrigued, Michael decided to learn more. Quietum Plus is linked in the description so you can get some for yourself too. He discovered that Quietum Plus was a natural supplement designed to address not just the symptoms of tinnitus, but its root cause. The formula was built around the idea that the issue wasn't solely in the ears, but in the brain's auditory pathways, the wire that carries sound signals. The supplement claimed to repair and regenerate this connection, restoring harmony between the brain and ears. The testimonials were compelling, filled with stories of transformation. Still, Michael hesitated. He'd tried so many remedies before, each one a disappointment. Was this just another empty promise? But the thought of continuing his life in the grip of tinnitus was unbearable. "What do I have to lose?" he thought, clicking the Order Now button. When the package arrived, Michael opened it with a mix of hope and doubt. He began taking Quietum Plus daily, carefully following the recommended dosage. The first week passed with little change. By the second week, he noticed something subtle. The ringing seemed less sharp, less intrusive. It was as if the noise had taken a small step back. By the third week, there were moments, precious, fleeting moments, of silence. Michael was cautious, afraid to hope too much. But as the days went on, those moments of silence grew longer. By the end of the month, the relentless ringing that had plagued him for so long had softened into a faint whisper, one that he could easily ignore. For the first time in over a year, Michael slept through the night. The changes were profound. At work he found himself immersed in his designs once more, losing track of time as he brought his clients' visions to life. At home, he reconnected with Emma, sitting with her on the porch listening to the rustle of leaves and the distant hum of crickets. He played with Max, laughing freely without the shadow of tinnitus dampening his joy. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, Emma looked at him and smiled. "You're back," she said simply. Michael felt a lump in his throat. She was right. He was back. Not just to her and Max, but to himself. Grateful beyond words, Michael began sharing his story. He joined the same forums where he had first learned about Quietum Plus, posting about his journey, and encouraging others to give it a try. He became a beacon of hope for those still trapped in the noise, offering words of support and understanding. Quietum Plus didn't just quiet the ringing in Michael's ears, it gave him his life back. It restored his ability to work, to connect with his family, and to find peace in the quiet moments. "I'm not just living," he often says, "I'm thriving." For Michael, the journey from despair to recovery was a testament to the power of hope and the resilience of the human spirit. Quietum Plus wasn't just a supplement, it was the key to reclaiming the life he thought he had lost forever. Are you ready to rediscover the peace and quiet you deserve? Don't wait another moment to take back control of your hearing and mental clarity. Click the link in the description below to get your Quietum Plus today. Experience the calm, focus and confidence that come with a healthier you. Your journey to a quieter, more peaceful life starts now to peak and thrive. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and share your transformation story with us. Let's silence the noise together.